Math 95, Quiz Topics 3. Graphing a line by first finding its x and y intercepts. Our first example says, the equation of a line is 8x plus 2y equals 12. That's the standard form of the line. Find the x-intercept and y-intercept. Use them to graph the line. Okay, so first, think about what an x-intercept is. It's the place where the line crosses the x-axis, and so you'll notice that its y value would have to be 0. And so we want to start by plugging in y equals 0 and then figuring out what the x is. And so let's do that. If y equals 0, then we have 8x plus 2 times 0 equals 12, or 8x equals 12, in which case x equals 12 over 8. And we can simplify that, dividing the top and the bottom by 4 to give us 3 over 2. And so x is 3 over 2, or 1.5. So this is the x-intercept of the graph. It's the place where the line crosses the x-axis. And so we can go ahead and put that on here. 1.5 would be halfway between the 1 and the 2 on our x-axis. So there's 1.50, our first point. Okay, and so if you think about where will the line cross the y-axis for the y-intercept, that's where the x is 0. And so next we're going to plug in x equals 0. If x equals 0, then we have 8 times 0 plus 2y equals 12, or 2y equals 12, because this term disappears. So dividing both sides by 2, we have y equals 12 over 2, or 6. And so this then is our y-intercept at 0, 6. And so that would be at 6 on the y-axis. Now we're writing these as ordered pairs. I believe that when you enter these in ALEX, all they want is the number for the x-axis, for the x-intercept. So for the x-intercept you'd put 1.5, and for the y-intercept you'd put 6. Once we have these, we can use them to draw a line. And so just use your ruler to connect those 2 points. And that would be your line. Okay, take a look at our second example. The equation of a line is 4x minus 7y equals 14. Find the x-intercept and y-intercept and use them to graph the line. So again, we know that we can find these intercepts by putting in a 0 for the opposite value. So to find the x-intercept, we'll put in y equals 0. So if y equals 0, we have 4x minus 7 times 0 equals 14. So that second term drops out. And we have 4x equals 14. Dividing both sides by 4, we've got x equals 14 over 4, or 7 over 2, or 3.5. And so our x-intercept is at 3.5, so halfway between the 3 and the 4 on our x-axis. All right, then to find our y-intercept, we want to put in x equals 0. And so if x equals 0, we have 4 times 0 minus 7y equals 14. So that first term drops out, and we have negative 7y equals 14. Divide both sides by negative 7, and that would be negative 2. So our y-intercept is negative 2. So on our y-axis, go down to the negative 2. Put our point there. And now we'll use this y-intercept and x-intercept, connect those to draw our line. And so that's how this line would look.